Good morning, Davao de Oro. Welcome to Z-Radio 88.5 radio station, where you enjoy and have fun while learning at the same time. Welcome to Mathematics 5. To our grade 5 learners and to our avid listeners of Z-Radio 88.5 radio station, we are delighted to be with you again. I am 𝗟𝗲𝗰𝗵𝗲𝗶 and I will be your teacher in Mathematics 5 from San Roque Elementary School, New Bataan. Today, we are learning about measures time using 12-hour and 24-hour clock. As we start our lesson this morning, please make yourself comfortable. Find a place where you are able to listen and focus during the discussion. Now get your notebook or paper, ball pen or pencil, and most importantly, your module in Mathematics 5. So, what are we waiting for? Sit down and listen carefully. Before we will start our lesson this morning, let's have a review first. I will read the direction. Complete the following numerical series. Again, complete the following numerical series based on the given numbers. Number 1. The given numbers are 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. Again, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. What are the following numerical series? Number 2. The given numbers are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11. What are the next two numerical series? Again, the numbers given are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. What are the next two numerical series? Number 3, the given numbers are 16, 22, 19, 26, 22, 30, and 25. What are the next two numbers? Again, 16, 22, 19, 26, 22, 30, 25. What are the next two numbers? Number 4. The given numbers are 12, 16, 48, 52, 156, 160. What are the next two numbers? Again, 12, 16, 48, 52, 156, 160. What are the next two numerical numbers or series? Number 5. The given are 22, 28, 21, 27, 20, 26, and 19. What are the two numbers next? Again, 22, 28, 21, 27, 20, 26, and 19. What are the next two numbers? Let's check your answers. The instruction given is to complete the following numerical series. For number 1, the given numbers are 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. The next two numerical series or numbers are 20 and 22. That is the answer. Number 2, the given numbers are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11. And the answer for number 2 are 13 and 14. For number 3, the given numbers are 16, 22, 19, 26, 22, 30, 25. And the answer for number 3 are 34 and 28. For number 4, the given numbers are 12, 16, 48, 52, 156, and 160. And the answer for number 4 are 480 and 484. And lastly, for number 5, the given numbers are 22, 28, 21, 27, 20, 26, and 19. And the next two numerical series are 25 and 18. Great job, kids! How many answers did you get? If you got a perfect score, then congratulations! But if not, don't worry, for you will surely understand this interesting lesson as long as you listen carefully along with our discussion. Now write your score on top of your paper or notebook. So, let's go and continue. In every day, we have different activities that we are doing, and it takes us time, like washing our hands, playing with friends, watching TV, and even doing bicycling. Everything that we do takes us time. Talking about time, what is a 12-hour clock system? And what is a 24-hour clock system? Do you have any idea what are these? The 12-hour clock system. The original 12-hour system used by the Egyptians and Greeks was 12 hours of night and 12 hours of day, with the hour length actually changing with the seasons. The 12 number actually comes from Egyptian-style finger counting, where you count each of 3 knuckles on 4 fingers. 4 times 3 equals 12. The 24-hour clock system. In the military world, a slight confusion of time interpretation can be fatal. Therefore, the military had to improvise a time system which reduces any chances of ambiguity. This brought the adoption of the military system, also known as the 24-hour clock system. The reason airlines, public transit, and the armed forces use 24-hour military time is to avoid confusion between AM and PM hours. The 12-hour clock and the 24-hour clock. When we talk about the 12-hour clock, the hours go from 12 to 12 twice a day, from 1 a.m. to 12 noon, and then from 1 p.m. to 12 midnight. You must use AM or PM. AM is before noon, while PM is after noon. On the other hand, the 24-hour clock, the hours go from 0 to 23. The numbers 0-100 hours to 2359 hours. Time is always shown as 4 digits. You don't use AM or PM. This is an example of a time scale of a 24-hour time and a 12-hour time. The upper numbers are 24-hour time, which is also called as military time. It starts from 0-100 hours until 2300 hour 59, while the lower part, which is a 12-hour clock, is known to us as civilian time. It starts from 12 a.m. midnight and ends at 11:59 p.m. The antemeridium, are commonly known to us as AM, which is morning or before noon. I have here a table which shows the 24-hour check and the 12-hour check. In 24-hour check, the time starts at 0-100 hours, while in the 12-hour check, the time starts at 12 midnight. In 24-hour check, we say the time as 0-100 hours, 0-100 hours, 0-200 hours, 0-300 hours, 0-400 hours, and so on, up until 2300 hours, and then it goes back again to 0-100 hours as a new day. Now, why is that 0-100 hours is the same as 12 midnight? Simply because it's a new day. Midnight is the very beginning of the new day. We have counted a full 24 hours. The day is over, so we start counting again from 0. That is why 0-100 hours is the same as 12 midnight. This shows the table of a 24-hour check and a 12-hour check. In a 12-hour check, the time has AM and PM. On the other hand, AM and PM is not applicable in a 24-hour check. Now for post-meridium, or also known to us as PM, in 12-hour check, after 12 PM, the time starts again at 1 PM up until 11 PM. Unlike 24-hour check, for PM times, we keep on counting to 23, from 1200 hours up until 2300 hours, then start again at 0-100 hours for a new day. Now what about the minutes? In 24-hour time, the minutes don't change. Say for example, in a 12-hour time, we say it as 1:15 AM. And in a 24-hour time, we say it as 0115 hours. In a 12-hour time, we say it as 2:45 AM. And in a 24-hour clock, we say it as 0245 hours. Another example we have 6:24 PM. While in the 24-hour clock, we say it as 1824 hours. And lastly, we have here 8:30 PM. And in the 24-hour clock, we say it as 2030 hours. What is the easiest way to tell military time or 24-hour time? We have here some example of a 12-hour time and a 24-hour time. In 12-hour time, 1 AM is 0100 hours in a 24-hour time. 11:45 AM is 1145 hours in a 24-hour time, while 2:35 PM is 1435 hours in 24-hour time, and 5:20 PM is 1720 hours in a 24-hour time. Now what have you observed? Notice that you only add 12 into the PM times. Convert 12-hour time to 24-hour time. I give here an example of a 12-hour time, 1 PM and 11:59 PM. If you want to convert 12-hour time to 24-hour time, just add 12. So in our example, 1 plus 12 is equals to 13, and we say it as 1300 hours. Another one, we have 11:59 plus 12 is equals to 23:59, and we say it as 2359 hours. How about if we convert 24-hour time to 12-hour time? In our example, we have here a 24-hour time, which are 2100 hours and 2259 hours. If you want to convert 24-hour time to 12-hour time, you just subtract 12. So, 21 minus 12, the answer is 9, which is in 12-hour time, it is already 9 PM. Another one, we have 2259. We will subtract 12, so it is equals to 10:59, and in 12-hour time it is already 10:59 PM. Now let's talk about time intervals. To calculate time interval, you need to count forward. Example: find the interval between 4 AM and 7 AM. Now the time is 4 AM. Before it strikes at 7 AM, the clock hits at 5 AM, which has 1 hour interval. And then it goes to 6 a.m., another 1 hour interval. And from 6 a.m., it will strikes at 7 a.m., which is another 1 hour interval. A total of 3 hours interval. So the total number hours of interval of 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. is 3 hours. How about the time interval for minutes? To find out how many minutes there are between two time intervals and the time are in the same hour, subtract the hours and minutes. In our example, we have to find out the intervals of 4:15 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. So we have to take first the hour, which is 4 hours, and then the other one is 4. So 4 minus 4, the answer is 0. And then the minutes, we have 45 minutes and 15 minutes. So 45 minus 15, the answer is 30 minutes. Now, the final answer is 30 minutes interval between 4:15 a.m. to 4:45 a.m.
The Radyo Z-eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
Now let's have some drill exercise. We have to calculate the time intervals. So in a 12-hour, the given time is 8:15 a.m. and 9:15 a.m. You have to find out the intervals between these two times. And another one in 24-hour time is 0315 hours and 0425 hours. So you have to find out if how many time intervals in these numbers. Let's check your answers. In the given time, there are 8:15 a.m. and 9:15 a.m. Now we have to find out what is their time interval. So first, we have to take the hours. Now, we will subtract the two numbers since we are going to find out what is their time interval. 9 minus 8 is equals to 1. So there are 1 hour interval. Another one is the minutes. So the minutes given are 15 and 15 minutes. So 5 minus 5 is equals to 0, and then 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. So the final answer for the time interval of 8:15 and 9:15 a.m. is 1 hour. For number 2, we have to look for the time intervals between 0315 hours and 0425 hours. So first, we will subtract the hours. The given hours are 4 and 3. So 4 minus 3 is equals to 1. So there are 1 hour interval. And then the next one, we have minutes. So there are 25 minutes and 15 minutes. So we will subtract the 2. 5 minus 5 is equals to 0. Then 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. So the time interval between the two time, 0315 hours and 0425 hours is 1 hour and 10 minutes interval. Do you have relatives or friends working in other countries? Maybe some of you have, or maybe you know someone. How often do you communicate with them? Is it always, sometimes, or what? Do you know what time it is in their country when you call them? Did you ask them or what? Now let's have our activity. Anna lives in the Philippines and her mother works in Dubai. She called her mother at 1600 hours, but she was just answered by the answering machine. She remembered that her mother will not be home until 1800 hours in Dubai. If the time difference between Dubai and Philippines is 4 hours, what time should Anna call her mother? Now answer these questions. For number 1, we have what is asked. Again, for number 1 question, what is asked? Next is what are given. Again, what are given? Last question, what is the answer? Again, what is the answer? Let us check your answer. The first question is, what is asked? And the answer for that is, what time should Anna call her mother? Again, the answer for what is asked is, what time should Anna call her mother? The next question is, what are given? And the given numbers are 1600 hours, which is Philippines time, 1800 hours, Dubai time, and 4 hours, which is their time difference. Again, the given numbers are 1600 hours, 1800 hours, and 4 hours. Last question is, what is the answer? Given that the 1600 hours is the Philippines time, 1800 hours is the Dubai time, and 4 hours is their time difference. Since the given time are in 24-hour clock, we have to convert it to 12-hour time. So, 1600 hours minus 12 is equals to 4. So at that time, by 4 p.m., Anna called her mother. Another one is 1800 hours. Minus 12 is equals to 6. So by 6 p.m., her mother would be home. Since 6 p.m. is the time where her mother would be home, and then 4 hours is the time difference between Philippines and Dubai, because Philippines is ahead of 4 hours time from Dubai. Now we are looking for the Philippines time, so we will add these two numbers. 6 plus 4 equals 10. Now, the question is, what time should Anna call her mother? So the answer is 10 p.m. So by 10 p.m., Anna should call her mother. Did you understand our lesson? Now let me ask you some questions. How time differ from civilian clock and military clock? A civilian clock, or commonly known as 12-hour clock, basically uses AM and PM. From 1 a.m. to 12 noon, and then from 1 p.m. to 12 midnight. Unlike the military clock or a 24-hour clock, the hours go from 0 to 23. It does not use AM or PM. And the next question is, how will you convert time from 12-hour clock to 24-hour clock and vice versa? In converting time from 12-hour clock to 24-hour clock, you just simply add 12. Example, if in civilian time, it is already 2 p.m., now if you want to make it a military time, we will add 12. So 2 plus 12 is equals to 14. Since we are going to look for 24-hour time, we will read it as 1400 hours. While if you convert 24-hour clock to 12-hour clock, just subtract 12. Example, If the military time is already at 2300 hours, what time it is in a civilian time? So, 2300 hours minus 12 is equals to 11. Since it is a 12-hour time, we will add PM or we will put PM. So the answer is 11 PM. Did you learn something? Now let's try this evaluation. John stayed at the Philippines for 10 years. He was about to board a flight at 0845 hours going to Saudi. His flight was to take 10 hours and 11 minutes to reach the destination. If the Philippines time is ahead of 4 hours from Saudi, at what time will John reach his destination? Convert it to 12-hour clock.
Now answer these questions. First question is, what is asked? Again, what is asked? Second question we have, what are given? Again, what are given? And lastly, the question is, what is the answer? Again, what is the answer? This time, let us check your answers. The first question is, what is asked? And the answer for this is, at what time will John reach his destination? Again, the answer is, at what time will John reach his destination?
The next question is, what are given? And the given numbers are 0845 hours is the time where John boarded the flight, and then 10 hours and 11 minutes is the travel time, and 4 hours is the time difference. Again, 0845 hours, 10 hours and 11 minutes, and 4 hours.
And for the last question, what is the answer? Given that 0845 hours is the time where John boarded the flight and 10 hours and 11 minutes is the travel time, we will add the two given numbers to calculate what time will John arrive at his destination. So we will take first the hours, 10 plus 8. So 0 plus 8 is 8. We bring down 1. So the answer is 18. And then the minutes time, we have 11 minutes and 45 minutes. 1 plus 5 equals 6. And then 1 plus 4 equals 5. So by 1856 hours, John will reach his destination in Philippines time. Since 1856 is the Philippines time where John reached Saudi, we will subtract 4 hours because Saudi is behind 4 hours time in Philippines. And the question is, what time will John reach his destination? So we will subtract 1856 into 4. Now we will bring down 6 and then 5. 8 minus 4 is equals to 4, and then bring down 1. So the answer is 1456 hours. John will arrive at Saudi. So by 1456 hours, John will arrive at Saudi. Since the time is in 24-hour clock system, we will convert it into 12-hour time. So 1456 hours subtracted by 12, we will calculate this one. So 6 minus 0 is 6, 5 minus 0 is 5, 4 minus 2 is 2, and then 1 minus 1, 0. So the time will John arrive at his destination is 2:56 p.m. So the final answer is, by 2:56 p.m., John will arrive at Saudi. Alright, that's it kids. Did you learn something from our lesson? Did you guys have some fun? Hope you guys learned a lot and enjoy our lesson today. Thank you for listening. Keep safe and have a good day. Bye-bye.
𝗧𝗲𝗰𝗵𝗲𝗶 Executive and Technical Working Committee. The school's division superintendent, Euphemia T. Gamutin, CESO 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. Curriculum Implementation Division OIC Chief, Dr. Arlene B. Lim. School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Program Director, Dr. Arlene B. Lim. Assistant Program Director, Noemi P. Canales. Members, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Dr. Renato N. Pakpakin, Dr. Andy P. Cabodok, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Ryan Villanueva, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Daylan S. Milabat, Medard D. Apit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Production and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judiland T. Yu, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen C. Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banyes. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Lanara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo C. Gutierrez Jr., Jade Karen R. Arais, Eliza May Garsuta, Sedi S. Caballero, and Jane S. Caballero. Sa Radyo Z-eskwela, siguradong masaya. Right and only here at Z Radio 88.5, ang istasyong siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw.